All right, let's dive right in. If you're a student, you know your most precious resource isn't cash, it's time. So today, we're not just going to give you a list of side hustles. No, we're giving you a strategist's guide to building real passive income streams that can actually work for you while you're stuck in a lecture or pulling an all-nighter.
You've heard this a million times, right? Earning money in your sleep. It's the ultimate dream. And honestly, for students, it's more than just a dream. It's a necessity. Because think about it. You can always make more money, but you absolutely cannot make more time. This is all about making your effort pay off long after the work is done.
Okay, but let's get one thing straight right from the get-go. The word passive is, well, it's kind of a myth. It never means no work. What it really means is that you put in a ton of hard work up front to build a system, a machine really, that can run with just a little bit of maintenance later on. So this isn't about buying a lottery ticket. It's about being an architect and building something from the ground up.
So to help you cut through all the noise and the hype online, we're going to arm you with a strategist's toolkit. Forget just scrolling through lists of ideas. We're giving you 3 specific lenses to look through so you can evaluate any opportunity that comes your way. This is how you start thinking like a business owner, not just someone trying to cover this month's pizza budget.
Tool number 1 is what we're calling the passive scale. This is going to be our guide for everything we talk about today. A 1 on this scale is basically just a part-time job. You stop working, the money stops. But a 5? Oh, a 5 is the holy grail. That's something you build once and it keeps paying you semester after semester. We are going to rate every single idea on this scale. Next up, let's talk startup cost. This one's a biggie, I know. That's why we're focusing on ideas that have almost no barrier to entry. In fact, we're going to call out the ones you can launch for literally $0, with nothing more than the laptop you already have and the campus Wi-Fi you're already using. And finally, tool number 3, the scalability ladder. This is where we put on our long-term vision goggles. We're going to look at how a tiny win, like your very first sale, can be the first step on a ladder that leads to a real sustainable business. It's about thinking beyond just that first dollar. Okay, you've got the toolkit. Let's put it to work with our first major strategy, the creator playbook. The whole concept here is simple but powerful. Create a digital thing one time that you can sell, well, basically forever. All right, idea number 1 is something you're probably already doing, making incredible study notes. On our passive scale, we're giving this a 2.5. Why? Because you still have to create new notes each semester. But the startup cost? A beautiful 0. You're just monetizing work you had to do anyway. And don't underestimate the value here. We've seen top-selling study guides pull in over $2,000 in a single semester. Your notes are worth money. Now, the strategic decision is where you sell them. A platform like Stuvia is easy. It has a built-in audience. But wow, they take a massive cut, sometimes up to 50%. Etsy takes a much smaller slice, but you're responsible for getting people to find you. Or you could build your own simple website, keep all the profit, and have total control. See? Each one is a clear trade-off. That's what thinking like a strategist is all about. Okay, let's look at another one, print on demand. We're rating this a solid 3.0 on the passive scale. Here's how it works. You create a cool design, you upload it, and a company handles all the printing, packing, and shipping whenever someone buys. The huge pro? Absolutely 0 financial risk. You don't buy a single t-shirt until you've already sold it. The downside? You've got to be your own marketing team, you handle customer service, and the profit margins are naturally a little thin.
And here is where you see that scalability ladder in action. It all connects. You start small, right? You sell one study guide. People love it. So, step 2, you create some fun print-on-demand shirts for your major. Step 3, you build a simple blog to house all this, and you add affiliate links for the textbooks you recommend. And the top of the ladder, you bundle all of that knowledge into a premium online course. You see, a single idea just grew into a real business. Okay, let's shift gears to our second strategy, the investor playbook. This is what most people think of when they hear passive income. It's where your money, not your time, is the one putting in the hours. The real endgame here is to get your money to work for you. You want to turn every dollar you have into a little employee that goes out and earns more dollars. Instead of you trading your time for money, your money starts making money all on its own. That, my friends, is the incredible power of compounding. And the best part? You really don't need a lot of money to start. This idea scores a whopping 4.5 on our passive scale. With fractional shares, you can own a tiny slice of a huge company like Apple for as little as $1. Or you can buy an ETF and instantly own a piece of the entire stock market. A Roth IRA is an absolute power move for tax-free growth.
But, and this is a big but, there's one non-negotiable rule. Only use platforms that are regulated and insured. Safety first, always.
All right, we've talked about the awesome opportunities. Now we have to walk through the minefield. Because let's be honest, the world of passive income is absolutely littered with scams and bad advice. A good strategist knows what to watch out for. This quote right here just nails it. Anyone, and I mean anyone, promising you overnight success or easy money with no work up front is selling you a fantasy. They're not selling you a business model. You have to remember, the setup is always active work. So let's debunk a huge one you've probably seen, YouTube automation. These online gurus make it sound like you just click a button and some AI spits out viral videos. The reality? It just means you have to hire and manage an entire team, writers, editors, voice actors. It's incredibly expensive, and the chance of actually succeeding is incredibly low.
And the financial risk? It's huge. We're talking a potential loss of up to $2,000 for a single video when you factor in all those costs. The truth is, most of these channels never, ever make their money back.
Now for a reality check nobody likes, but everybody needs. Taxes. That number, $600, is the magic number. The second you earn more than that in a year from any of these side projects, you generally have to report it to the IRS. The takeaway? Start keeping records from day one. This isn't just a hobby. You're building a business. And for you students, 2 massive warnings. First, do not sell your professor's copyrighted lecture slides. That is a one-way ticket to getting expelled. Seriously. Second, understand that if you just sell a plain PDF of your notes, the first person who buys it is going to share it with the entire class for free. And just like that, your sales are dead. This is why looking into things like DRM or digital rights management to prevent copying can be a game changer.
So as we start to bring this all together, I want you to shift your thinking. Your goal shouldn't be to just pick an idea off a list. Your real goal is to decide what kind of system you are willing to commit to building.
So let's look at our main options on that passive scale one more time. Selling notes is a 2.5. It takes ongoing work. Print on demand is a 3.0. It takes ongoing marketing. And micro-investing, a beautiful 4.5, super passive, but it does require some capital to really see it grow. There is no best choice here. There's only the best choice for you, your skills, and your goals.
And that brings us to the final and most important question. You have the toolkit now, you've seen the playbook, and you know how to spot the red flags in the minefield. The only thing left to do is decide. What system are you going to start building? Not next week, not after finals, but today. What's your first move?